Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. Can you hear me okay? Hi. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I'm so crazy. Yes, I've been gone. I've been gone. I'm so sorry. How is everyone doing? I was wondering, like, will people even remember me? Will they even come on here? Because I've been gone, honey. I know over a month. I know. Lauren was here super early looking around. Somebody even checked in on me. Yes, I said, yes, I am back for real, because I did have a live. I know I had a live like 2 weeks ago or so. And I completely forgot. I was like, oh, you're supposed to be online. And I was nowhere near my computer to even do it. And to be honest with you, I just had not been in the mental space. I'm just being real. I just had not been in the mental space to come on. Hey, Dorleen. Hey, Artina. Hey, this mixtape. Take 3. Hey, you excited for this live? I know you all got a lot to say. I got a lot of random stuff to say because I come up with ideas all the time, but it's like, it's a lot to set all this up. You all don't see, but it's like green screen, lighting. I got to hook up cable cords and all this stuff. And it's just like, do your makeup. You got to be in the right mindset. And Artina said, yeah, she's about to get her drink right now. That's right. You know what you're supposed to have? Because we about to talk about it because there's a lot happening. Like COVID period has changed the industry. You said you was about to say I was wondering if live on YouTube was just doing Facebook for a change. Yeah, no, now I can hook it up to Facebook, YouTube. I can even hook it up on LinkedIn if I wanted to. So yeah, I just went on Instagram to let people know that I was going live. So you could catch me on Facebook or YouTube. Hey, Brittany. That's good. You're doing good. Artina. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Marlene. I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. I've just been tired. And it's crazy because I've been telling my friends, I'm like, I said, I keep saying I'm tired, but it's really weird because I'm not tired. My body feels fine, but it's like my mind is tired. And so I think it's because of COVID, because I just been doing a lot of sleeping. Like for real, I've been sleeping a lot, like sleep. And I was just like, I wonder if it's because of COVID, because I'm not physically tired. But it's like I just mentally, I'm cloudy in the head and all that. So I was doing some research on Google, and they said that is a big thing they're seeing. It's like a symptom of people who've had COVID, like the long-term symptoms. One of the main ones is extreme fatigue and cloudiness in the mind. But I'm pushing through it. I hope the connection is okay. It's been bad over here lately. But I'm pushing through it by, just getting back in the gym. So I have really been back in the gym, banging it out. Y'all saw that muscle, banging it out. So I got back into my lifting real heavy. Like I went to the gym 4 times last week, and I was there an hour to 2 hours each time. So I'm like, I was playing around with working out, but I've been really serious because I had to push through this mental cloudiness. I'm also doing a detox of some sort, kind of trying to pull the metals out my body because I have a lot of metal taste in my mouth right now. So I'm just doing something to pull the metal out my body. And so I think that's part of what it is, because physically I don't feel tired. It's just mentally, like I can't think how I want to think. So yeah, anyway, enough about me. Mel Does Nails. Hi, said hi everyone. Hello. Hey, 31 status, nails and beauty. The nail ministry. I know who people are. Hey, Marlene. Yeah, the after effects are real. So I had to sit and say, what is wrong? Because there's nothing really wrong. Actually, things are going really right about now. But that's what it was. So I kept I swear to God, like every other day I would say to myself, you need to go on live. You need to go on live. You need to go on live. And I just wasn't mentally there. Even today, I don't know what I'm going to say to you all. Do you all have anything you want to say to me? Is SheCago crazy? I think that's what people want to know. I think some people think I'm a little kooky, and people always say to me, girl, you're so crazy. You're so crazy. But I always wonder, like, do people really think I'm crazy? So I told you all I was going to tell you what's been going on and what the doctor said, right? Funny, I just got something about COVID texting me. But the truth of the matter is, I am crazy. I am crazy. And you better get crazy. You better get crazy, because everything has changed. And to deal with what's about to happen, well, the changes that are taking place, you got to get crazy. And I've always been a little crazy. You know why? Because people will call you crazy when they don't understand what you're doing. People will call you crazy when you're doing something they could never do. They don't have the guts to do. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the balls to do. They don't have the money to do. So you're crazy because I'll go out and make a way out of no way. You get what I'm saying? Like I will go up in a plane and jump out and build the parachute on the way down. But best believe I did all my Google research and all of that and practiced a few times on how to build a parachute before I jumped out the plane, but I'm gonna still jump out the plane. You get what I'm saying? And so for that reason, yeah, I am crazy. And I'm gonna tell you, I am a little bit, I know I'm eccentric, but I'm okay with that. You get what I'm saying? Like at this age, at 44 years old, I am okay with being different. Okay. I'm okay with being different because who wants to be like everybody else? Who wants to be like everyone else? Like, think about that. Most of the people that call people crazy or got something to say about what everybody doing, they're living regular schmegular. And they, if you talk to them, they got all these dreams and goals. And they never went after them. They just went with what society said they should do. And I'm gonna tell you something. In this industry, you got to be crazy because most people do not think that you can make an honest living doing nails. Okay. Most people do not think you can make an honest living doing nails. Do you know how much do you all think? How much do you all think nail techs? How much do you think people think nail techs make? I'm gonna let you all think about that. Please tell me how much do you think people think nail techs make? And I'm about to show you something real quick. Don't be shy. Now I found what I want to do, but I want to see if I could pull it up on the phone. So I'm gonna try to do it on my phone because I want to show you something. It's so simple, but I just want to know what do you think people think we make? Because I listen to people talk, and even in this home buying process, it's funny because people for some reason seem to be so surprised that a nail tech could buy a home or do anything. Like anything. Like we're just supposed to have enough money to pop a bottle, and we're just supposed to have enough money to buy some cute clothes and keep our hair and nails did ourselves. And that's all the money we should have. Anything beyond that just sounds crazy. I'm trying to upload a picture real quick so I can show you all. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Let me come out of here. Okay. So, okay. I just wanted to see what you all thought. Lauren says she finally doing boofering. Okay, you trying something different? Yes, and you charge enough, I'm sure, to be able to do that. You'll see more of your money versus commission because your skill level and everything is at a point where you could do it. Okay, it's going to be financially better for you. Sorry, your phone died. Sending love and positive vibes your way. I receive. Thank you. You see, I know on average Google say about 28,000 a year. Yeah, and I know I've said this a couple times or whatever, but being in this industry, especially right now, can drive you crazy because all these different things are happening, creating this storm. Yeah, they don't think we can make a living. They think we like scratching and surviving. Good times. Hey Dion, you miss me? I miss y'all too. And I think about them, I swear, like every day or every other day. I just had to get my man right to come on here. I always feel like I'm not going to have anything to talk about. I don't know why. Yeah, Artina, but thank you. You say, yeah, people think we make less than 25,000 a year. Brittany says 700 to 950 a month, which if that's the case, I can go get on Social Security and make that. That's a Social Security check. That's the check that they call it the crazy check. That's the check you can get. Anybody can get it. Alcoholic, anyone can just go and get that check. Like, yeah. Most people think we don't make more than minimum wage. Yeah, they really do. It's so crazy. I finally got my own private space, and I'm glad I didn't bite off more than you could chew. Exactly. I'm going to tell you something about me. People either love me or hate me. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna say what it is. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say what's necessarily what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, because I'd rather you not like me and you be in a good place than me telling you something you want to hear and sending you off. I don't send people off. So yes, 40,000 a year. I think we make like between 25 and 40,000 a year. And that's right. Congratulations. That's right. It's funny that I'm gone and I'm coming back and I'm seeing that I'm watching and I'm seeing that people are really moving forward. People are moving forward and taking the things that they are picking up off of the social media and they are applying it. So congratulations. Congratulations. Yay. To both of you all. Got somebody going into booth room. We got somebody who I'm not good at navigating this like I used to. And somebody got their own private space. So congratulations. And it's actually a good time because it's going into summer. So that's good. Now I lost this. Let me pull it back up. I know you all have seen this chart around, but I don't think that it registers with people, and I'm gonna tie all this into being crazy. Here it is. Into being crazy. So look at this. You see that? It says make goals. $30,000 a year is just $100 a day. 70,000 is just 200 a day. 100,000, 300 a day, 180,000, and so on and so forth. And so if you are charging properly, you see how easy it is to even get to 70,000 a year. That's just 200 a day. And for a lot of the work and the skill that a lot of you all have, you should at least be charging people on average, just with nails, I'm hoping $60 or $70. And I know you're doing more than 3 people in a day. So even if you're just doing nails at $60, $70, 3 people, you're already at 70,000. And I know that a lot of you all do many more than 3 people a day. Some of you all, I've heard up to 9 people in a day. I wish I could do it. No, I don't. I used to do that. I can't do it. So you see how people think versus the reality of what it is. And that's not even including feet. If you were to put feet in here, your tickets should be averaging close to $100 per person. And if you're averaging close to 100 per person, which is where I am, and you're doing, let's just say a nail tech with a decent clientele. You don't have to have a huge clientele. What do I always say? You got to have the right people. So when you start throwing in feet, see, everything I say ties in. That's why you got to go back and look, if you haven't already, the power of the power of the pedicure, because then you can give bigger services to fewer people. And then you're running more of an $80 ticket and up. And so if you're doing that just 4 times a day, you're already at where? The $300 mark. So you're already at 6 figures. And that's just doing like 4 people a day. Is that right? Let's see. 300 a day. I said 4 people. Yeah. So we're just going to say 8, including, doing a lot of feet and everything. Because if you're really good at you have to be good at doing feet though. Don't just go through the motions and do people's feet. You got to be able to massage. But if you in there and you massaging people's feet and you are good at what you do, you're not afraid to get that dead skin, you know how to cut out ingrowns and things like that. People will always add on the feet. You will become that foot person. And that's how you upgrade your average ticket to close to 100. And then if you're doing 100, and you have on average, most nail techs, the average I would say is 4 to 5 people. So 4 to 5 people close to 100, you are right there at that, between that 300 a day and 500 a day, right? So you're between 100 and 180,000 a year. They would never think that we could do that. That's just crazy. Oh my God, this girl is crazy. I know. Ah! 200 a day is my minimum goal for the day. Exactly. And 200, and that's a lazy day. Like, I just want to, I'm tired. I want to go give me some fish nuggets and go lay down, watch my show. That's 70,000 a year, according to the chart. Right? $200 is nothing for a person in the beauty industry, period, to make. That is a very regular, schmegular, kind of slow day. Probably had a cancellation day. Probably just closed out the book early day. But let people think what they want to think. They think we make not legitimate, not relevant as white collar money. I guess because we don't manage our money as business owners. I don't know what people think. Let people think what they want to think. And I think it bothers people because they don't know. But if you Google it, it's gonna all. And I always tell people this when people want to argue with me about it, I'm like, you can Google it all you damn want, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not reporting most of the income. But I can tell you from being in the industry and knowing people in the industry how much we really make. And hairstylists and barbers, all of us, estheticians, anybody with a clientele, anyone with a clientele is making that money. See, they be jealous because they got their job reports every dime and they have to pay taxes. What's happening is in the beauty industry, a lot of people are not reporting the income, but I'm telling you what's really coming in their pockets. Okay. You said I got to create some more business cards and hand them out. No, Lauren, I'm gonna come back to that. You can. You can. If you're gonna do, make sure some work is on there. There's a way to do it, but yeah, I did not start doing feet until I watched your video. Yes, and that upgrades your average ticket. I can't stress it enough how important feet are. My average ticket is close to 100 because of feet. And that's why I say average ticket, because I have some people that just do nails, but I do mostly everyone's feet. Okay? And if they don't come for nothing else, they're going to get those feet done because I'm known for my massages because I'm strong. So I get in there and I'll massage and I'll send you to the doctor. You need to come back, whatever. So yeah, do the feet. Now, let me go back to what Lauren just said. The cards. The reason why I said this before, like cards, people do not want paper anymore. We are in a digital world. Okay. So while you can have some cards out someplace, the way to get clients nowadays is social media. And y'all already know we got the 30-day challenge. Where is it? Right? This is a digital world. You don't really have to waste your money on any type of print media these days. This is a digital world. You can literally make yourself a celebrity. You can literally make yourself rich off of all this free social media. Use Use TikTok, showing start and finishes of your work. Just do that every other set or once a day. You will get people like that, and have your other social media tag in. Use all this free social media. It's crazy because that is part of the double-edged sword I'm talking about that has me mentally weary. That is part of the double-edged sword because social media is a blessing and a curse. Did you hear what I said? It literally is a blessing and a curse. I think it's because they don't see enough beauty professionals buying homes or living on their own. Yep. When I was in the military, everyone knew I had a house. Everyone I knew had a house. We need more professionals buying homes and etc. Exactly. We do. We do. I'm on my second one. My pedicures start, I don't know what that's saying. Oh, my pedicures start at $50. See, mine only started at $35 right now. But after I get situated into a new space, there will be some changes because the environment, if you have an environment and a setup that can command such money, you can get even more money. You can go up to $75. You can go up to $80. I know pedicurists, all they do is feet. When I worked for Elizabeth Arden, all I did was feet. And I would easily walk out of there with, just in commission alone, like, I don't know, $400. And then tips probably for that day was like another 200. So it's sick how much money we can make in this industry. It just depends on how your brand looks, how you present yourself, and how good you are, how into what you're doing, if you're really into it. People appreciate certain things. People pay for certain things. Gucci bags is nothing but a damn purse. A Gucci bag is what? A purse. It's a purse. It's a damn purse. It's a bag. It don't hold no more in the bag next to it that don't have a Gucci symbol on it. But people feel a certain way when they buy the Gucci bag. People going Gucci crazy. People putting Gucci on everything. Coffee mugs, placemats. I was in a Facebook group. Lady had did a whole damn kitchen in Gucci. Literally everything. Like she put Gucci across the top of her cabinets. She put Gucci wallpaper all on her cabinets. Gucci, 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 Gucci. You know why? Because Gucci is a symbol of wealth, a symbol of I'm doing it in life, right? And so people buy and spend money based on what it makes them feel like. People who gamble, they know that they probably will lose more money than they make, but they like the way it makes them feel. So they're going to keep going back for more. So they're not necessarily going to win money, even though they think they are. They're going for the rush that it gives them. Do your services, does the experience with you give people a rush? Because people will pay. People pay for experiences and the way people make them feel. That's what people are paying for. Rewatch the video if you have to. That's important. That's what I've been saying in mostly all my videos. It all leads to this. So I'm still building clientele, though. I'm not as busy as I would like, but I'm about to make a way. Social media. Lauren, I was looking at a flight. I was looking at some flights last night because I was going to hop on a flight this morning and just go to Atlanta just to get away for 2 days. I'm like, I got some time. Let me just go to Atlanta. But if I catch some really cheap flights, I'm just going to just hop on a plane and come just to get away. I need to get away. Like for real. I do. So, and we're going to talk because the problem is, and you're not going to see me doing it because my client, I already have my clients and it's already flowing. But if you're trying to get business, you got to be on social media, guys. Ain't no way around it these days. You have to be in people's face. The people that I know who have become wealthy or financially very independent, they did it all on social media. And they are on social media so much, it's annoying to me, but it works. It freaking works. And it's like, I know everyone follows someone that's constantly online. Like they're back online, like, hey, quick thing, let me tell you, and they back twerking again. They back doing this. They back all in the car. You know how everybody be in the car driving down the street, and then it's a song in the background, but you never hear their voice. They just lip syncing. And then they cut off. It's so annoying, right? But they're doing it on purpose. Like they're doing it on purpose because they're trying to stay on your mind. They're trying to let you into the facade of a life that they want you to see. They want you to buy into their lifestyle, their experience. They want you to like them. So they're constantly in your face because they caught you on this one, but they didn't catch Gina on that one. So that's why they go on multiple times a day. Because even though you saw me 9 times a day online, some of these people are not on. So I go on. I'm just telling you how these people think. I go on multiple times a day, not because I'm obsessed with myself. It's because I'm trying to build my brand. I'm trying to build my following. And so when it comes to this business, being a business owner, nowadays there is really, it's actually, this is the blessing part of it. The blessing in it is that you can advertise yourself 24/7, 365 for freaking free as much as you want. The problem is a lot of us are just not taking advantage of it. We're not taking advantage of it. I have not posted in months on purpose, but I know exactly what to do. I can just go online, post some things, do some things, do some things, do some things, and I'll be right back with my inbox. It's full now. I can't check it, but I'm saying like with new inquiries. Where's your booking link? I took my booking link down and everything months ago. And it's funny because one of my clients I hadn't seen in a long time. She's very sick from COVID. She had to learn how to walk again and everything. That was crazy. She said she thought I stopped doing nails because I took everything down. I was like, well, shoot, she pops in and out. I'm like, I thought you had disappeared and found someone else. She was telling me she'd been sick. But what I'm saying is, it's nothing to get clientele once you learn this formula. You have to be in people's face. You have to be in people's face. It's some mediocre ass people out here making a killing, doing whatever it is they do. It's some mediocre people out here making a killing. You hear me? That's because they in everybody's face all day, like, hey, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit. You see me? Hey. They doing that all day. That's why they're making all the money. Some people would call them crazy, deranged. They crazy. They know what they're doing. You're going to always seem crazy when you're doing something that other people are not doing, afraid to do, don't know how to do, don't have the guts to do. You're going to always seem crazy because most people in the world are over here being a sheep, being a follower, or too afraid to do what they want to do. So when you do the opposite, you're always going to seem weird, strange, crazy, deranged. A lot of those people seem like they're narcissists or they're in love with themselves. If they're selling something or they got something, they doing it on purpose. Because I'm gonna read some comments and then I'm gonna tell you a little story of someone I met recently. I'm so impressed with her. She's not even 25 years old. No business cards. I was gonna put my Instagram name on there and pass them out to people who always comment on my nails. Well, yeah, have them for that, but I need you to be on that social media like crazy. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. This usually I wouldn't say this on live, but you gotta create intrigue because of social media and the digital world that we live in. People are so ADD. Okay, so you have to do something that's going to kind of make them be like, because it's too much information being fed to everyone. Everyone's on their phones all day being fed so much information. I think I told you all about a documentary that was on that's on Netflix. I forgot the name of it. If somebody can remember it, just put it in the comments. But it was just talking about how we are overly stimulated. So if you're gonna do that, you need to do it in a way where it's like you want them to know more. Like, don't put too much information. You could just put something to kind of make it look like exclusive, or say something to the effect of list. I shouldn't be saying this on live. List opens daily. Make it sound like your books are always full, but sometimes you open them up. Something to that effect, some wording to that effect. That's what I'm gonna say. Especially because you're in Atlanta. Yeah, Gucci on the nails. Yeah. I might come down there. I'm always down there. Y'all know that's why I call COVID down in Atlanta. Yeah, hashtags are super important. And Mind and Minds is, y'all look at Mind and Minds, y'all. Y'all see how late Mind and Mind is? That's terrible, ain't it, y'all? You remind me of Sharina, always coming in late. And Sharina on Facebook said, I'm coming in. She ain't been in here yet. I'm looking for Sharina too. Yep, see, everybody caught you. They said you late. You say you was feeding your kids. Yeah, you late. That's okay. Welcome. Yeah, you said I'm slacking on IG because I don't always have something to post and I'll be lost on that to post. I'm guilty. I'm telling you, if you got people's face on there, let me tell you something else. You all, I keep saying it. I'm so serious. I'm always talking to young kids. I have a lot of young friends. When I say I got a lot of little young friends, I'm talking like 12. I love talking to these young kids because they keep me up on what's happening. Right now, I'm learning how to do learning about TikTok. So I've been up on TikTok. Like, I know my neighbors think I'm crazy because I've been here crying off of some of these videos. And she's gonna teach me about TikTok. Like, TikTok is, to me, even easier to get followers than Instagram nowadays. So Instagram is the place where people shop, right? Talk about that in the book. Instagram is where people shop, but TikTok is where people go to just be in a zone. And so that is something too that you don't want to sleep on, is TikTok, because TikTok, you can constantly just be showing clips of your work and flashing that. And then you can lead them into your Instagram. So don't sleep on TikTok either, okay? Just saying. Just saying. So I'm gonna tell you all a little story about this young lady. And it's related, but it is related. It's not related, but it is related. Here we go. I think my connection is bad. She wouldn't care. She'll probably be like, sure, promote me. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you, this is a true freaking story. The power of being crazy, the power of being crazy, and the power in not caring what people give what they think about you. Okay. I was in a Facebook group and this young lady was talking on live. And I just liked her vibe and her energy because I could tell that she was like comfortable in herself. You have to be comfortable in yourself to be an entrepreneur, period. It don't matter what it is you're doing. And when she was talking, I'm like, what did she just say? And basically, she was saying that she was a sex worker. And I'm like, she's interesting. I ended up some type of way. How did I ended up connecting with her because I just like her business acumen. And so most people will be so stuck on what she does for a living. And I was more stuck on how she marketed herself to become who she is. So I've hung out with this girl like face to face, multiple occasions. I've been to her house, I've hung out with her, and I would never say her name or tell you anything so you'll know who she is. But she really is out there on social media. So she probably wouldn't care, but I just don't want to put her out there like that. But this young lady has made some money on OnlyFans. You all know what OnlyFans is, right? Comment right here in the comments. Let me know if you know what OnlyFans is. This young lady is on OnlyFans. And most people will shun what she does. But I watch how dedicated she is to what she does. She is very much a businesswoman. And people may laugh or turn their nose up, but this woman is online. When I tell you, she is online every hour promoting herself, whatever way she promotes herself. Sometimes she's just on there talking. She may post pictures. She'll do a live. She may do a little contest or whatever. How much do you all think this girl has made in the past year? How much do you think this girl has made? Now, she's been on there a little over a year. How much do you think she has made in the past year? Just tell me. I just want to know what you all think. Like, this girl, she's promoting herself. She does not care what people think. She's consistent. She's 24 years old. 24. How much? Tell me, y'all. Get in here. How much do you think this girl's made in the past year? Come on, talk to me now. I see people watching. Being shy never helps. Being shy never helps in this world. So get in the conversation. Yeah, young folks stay on TikTok. My kid makes me watch 12 a day. I get it. I'm addicted. I have to make myself go to sleep sometimes because I'll be cracking up. Like some of them I watch like 50 times. Like I'll be in here crying, especially little dog ones and stuff. Like the one where it's like you hold your pet and then you play the little skit and they sound like you biting into the pet. Like one of them bit the dog head like and was chewing, and the dog was like, did you just notice the monkey? Like, did you just bite my head? I watched that one like 20 times. I was crying. Like I was literally in here crying. Like that baby monkey thinks that he just ate his head. But anyway, you say, yeah, y'all know what it is. Okay. So how much do you think they made? You said, is it worth millions? Okay. 100,000, 100,000, 200,000 plus. So Lauren, you right up in there. You right up in there, right? But you're wrong because this girl made 1 million. It was like 1,200,000 and some thousand dollars in the past year. Did you hear that? She didn't tell me that. She showed me that kind of accidentally. For real. because I was asking her how OnlyFans works, and she started showing me around in the app, and she was explaining, well, it's not an app. She was explaining to me you have to be on the computer. So she was showing me on her phone, like you got to log in, da, da, da. And when she ended up clicking on the back end, like here are the reports, I saw that number. I'm like, this how much you made? The girl made over fucking $1 million. 1 million. It was like 1,200,000 damn dollars. See, now I'm about to get into it because see, this is I had did a little sermon. This is the crazy part of me. I had a little sermon because I want to talk to you all about caring if people think you crazy. Caring what people think. This girl 24 years old. 24 years old. She has 2 foreign vehicles. She lives in a high rise. She has a freaking nanny. She treats what she does like a business. She could give a fuck less what people think about what she's doing. And for that money, I'm like, If you see me on there trying to twerk, don't you say nothing. You better give me some money, honey, because I was like, dang. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. For the month of that was in April. For the month of April, she was like, yeah, it's kind of slow. You know, it's a little slower this month. And she was explaining to me how she makes her most money. She was like, yeah, but she was already like $40,000. And it wasn't even the middle of the month. It was like April 12th. And she was almost at $40,000 for the month of April. I'm not telling you to do OnlyFans. It's a bigger lesson, right? So I saw this with my own eyes, and she wasn't bragging. She didn't even mention how much she made. She was just showing me the platform and what it was, because we were out having drinks and stuff, and I was just asking like, well, how does that go? I heard of it. Da, da, da. I actually started on OnlyFans account myself, but it was going to be for nails and talking about leveling up and dating and all that. It wasn't going to be anything sexual, but she started showing me, and that's when I saw it. And so now I watch this girl online. She treats it straight up like a business. She could shut it on, she could shut it off. I called her the other day and she was like, hey, girl. She was like, what's up? I'm doing a 24-hour marathon. But don't worry, I have us on, they can't hear what we're saying. So she was like, she was just trying something new. She literally treats it like a business. She has to go online so many times a day. She has goals that she has to meet for the day, weekly, monthly. She looks at her reports to see if she's on track. She is buying properties. She is doing the right thing. By the time this girl is 30, she will never have to work again in her life. So she could care less what people have to say. They could call her crazy. They call her a hoe. They call her whatever. It don't even matter because the girl got a whole boyfriend and a child that she takes very good care of. Cars, properties, and a whole boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? And it's just an illusion. It's an experience. See how I tied all that in? It's an experience that she's selling. So I guess my point is you can sell an experience any type of way, but you got to sell it. You got to sell it all the way. You got to be committed to it. She got me feeling lazy. I have been lazy lately because that's why I'm going and really doing my detox stuff, because my mind is not cleared out, because I'm not even doing what I could be doing right now. I got so much going on. I'll tell you all about it later, but I'm just like, I can't even think straight right now. You really got to be focused and consistent. You can make all the money in the world. Like I just showed you all that little chart. Us just being on an average $200 a day, you already at $70,000. Could you imagine what you would do if you found ways to expand what you're doing to 400 a day? Okay, 400 a day is at 140 a year. 500 a day, how much was that? I forget. But I'm just saying, like, you don't necessarily, first you got to get your foundation, you got to get your crowd, right? You get your foundation, you get your crowd, and then you just expand it from there. Like Steve Harvey said, you find something that you are good at, and that if people will pay $1 for something, you just keep duplicating that 10 times. Now you got $10. You duplicate that same thing, that whatever formula, whatever your winning formula is, you duplicate that over and over and over until you get to the goal. The thing of it is, just sit down and write out how much you want to make, and you find the formula that made you that amount, that first amount, and you duplicate it over and over and over. If you say I want to make 100 a day, and this is what you had to do to make 100 a day, okay, let me keep doing it. If it keeps making 100 a day, you'll be like, okay, I want to make 1,000 a day. I need to amp this up. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to sit down and just focus on it. Now, you got to be crazy to do this a little bit because the average person is not going to do what needs to be done. Most people are not going to get up on camera and do what this girl is doing. Twerking or talking or sitting on camera naked, that's what she did. It works for her. She ain't even naked. She's just sitting there in lingerie, all the time, talking and be like, oh, well, if you want to see more, come here. And it works. She found a way. And she explained, I'm not going to tell all her secrets on here, but she told me how she gets people. And she said the same thing I said. She said, girls come to me all the time. She's very mature. I cannot believe this girl's 24. She said, girls come to me all the time, wanting to know. I give them tips. I tell them what to do, or they don't do that. So I don't know what else they want me to tell them. And that's exactly how I feel. Like you tell people, I could lead the horse to water, but I can't make it drink. You know what I'm saying? They want to get millions, like she getting millions, but they don't want to do what it takes. It's not even hard. It's just that they don't want to do it or they don't want to be consistent with it. You got to be a little crazy with it. Like when you really in a zone on something, you trying to make something big happen, you got to get a little crazy. Like when I'm really in a zone, I'm really trying to make some money or make something big happen, I might not sleep. I said this before, I might not sleep. People that know me will tell you, Tanisha don't even sleep sometimes. Tanisha be up for days. Not like that, but I'll be up like all night till the sunrise. I might go to bed at like 8 in the morning if I'm really into something. And I might sleep from 8 to 12. And then I'm going to get up and still work. And I'm going to do it again. It's like I won't be getting any sleep because I'm in my crazy zone. You have to be in a crazy zone. Because crazy is the opposite of like, oh, normal, right? So normal people are just, doing normal things, scratching and surviving, barely making it. That's kind of like the easy way out. If you want some extraordinary results, you got to put in some extraordinary effort. It's just true, right? Yeah, the monkey room's funny. That's the funniest one. But yeah, Lauren said, let me get started. Look, honey, I'm like, I need to put my feet up there or something. They're little cute little sausages. I don't know. So she uses OnlyFans for her nail business. No, she is a sex worker and she sells the sexual experience. She's not having sex or seeing anyone in person. Actually, you all, if you have Hulu, I watched a documentary that just came out this week on Hulu called OnlyFans. It's talking about the OnlyFans industry and it interviews it's a documentary interviewing all these people and talking about how much they make. There's a young lady on there now. She just did it on the flute and she's not your small. She's a very much a plus size chick, not the cutest chick. She don't want no makeup or nothing. She tried to hit her goal and she hit it of $150,000. Like, it was within a couple of months on OnlyFans, So, but these are not escorts. It's just really is online. So what I'm saying is, I don't care what she's doing. That ain't even the point. I don't care. I don't care. I liked her energy. I liked her business savvy, and I liked the whole idea of it. It works across all industries. That's what I want to tell you. It works no matter what you're doing. You could be you can have a lawn care business. Like it works across the board. You got to get crazy. You got to get crazy. When I made the most money period in my life is when I did something crazy. Most people that call you crazy, you need to interpret that as you just don't understand. Because they don't understand. So when that's why you can't even tell most people what you got going on when you're really trying to do something big, because most regular people who have regular lifestyles and jobs and all that, they're not going to understand this. As an entrepreneur, you have to create your own income, and there are limitless ways to do it. There are limitless ways to do it. It just never stops. 30, 45,000. Yeah. And some people in the industry, that's how much they make, but they could be making way more. They're not really pushing their potential at all. So you say, yep, these men out here got different kinks they're into. Yeah. Please, you could sell underwear. Like you could sell whatever. Did y'all watch Orange is the New Black? They started the whole underwear business on Orange is the New Black from the prison. Selling underwear, used underwear. So it's just like, what? And that's a crazy idea, but it was working. They had a whole racket going. So I'm just saying, yes, Tanisha is a little crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you something else about the time I did go to the doctor about being crazy. But give me 1 second because as you already know, if you watch this channel, you already know I gotta run to the ladies' room. Hmm. Thank you for your patience. See, some people logged out because they have no patience. Okay. I was watching Lifetime yesterday. The movie called Soccer Mom Madam was good business technique she mentioned that can be applied to nails. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just we just happen to do nails, but we're all business owners. I keep saying the same thing because I'm gonna keep saying it until it gets to the right people because it ain't gonna get to everybody. But as long as I keep reaching a few here, I'm fine with that. She mentioned about making her girls seem high in demand. Didn't know what I told you earlier when she first started her business. She only wanted the top dollar men who had billions. Made sure the girls were put together. What's the name of this? Soccer Mom Madam. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up because you know I love stuff about sugar daddies and stuff like that. So okay, Soccer Mom Madam. Okay. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh, so let me tell you a little story. Back in the day, I really thought I was crazy for a minute. I thought that I was going crazy. 27, and I was about to purchase my first property, a building. Excuse me. Now, keep in mind, I everything I do by myself. I don't have moms, I don't have dad, I don't have a husband, anybody help me. Everything I do it on my own. Now I have support people who say you could do it, you know, but I'm saying like in terms of really making stuff happen, it literally comes out my head, and I just like I said, I build the damn parachute. I jump out the plane, I build the parachute. So back in the day, when I first really started making these big moves, this was before I opened the big salon and all of that. Um, I did it. My boyfriend at the time, he owned a lot of properties. Like him and his family owned properties all over the city and commercial businesses and all that. So he's just talking to me like, "Oh, you just get it, you just do this." And I got his realtor and all that, and use his realtor. We found something, got the bid right away. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, I'm about to buy this building. And I thought I was cool, right? I thought I was fine. And like right before the closing, I never forget it. I never forget it. I was standing there with my aunt talking to a neighbor in my neighbor's house, and she was just, and I didn't realize how much stress I was under. And I literally remember like the attorney called me. So I stepped out the kitchen, answered the attorney, and the attorney didn't say anything out the way to me, but it did something to me, I guess. And I straight up had my first anxiety attack, and I didn't know what the hell was happening. And so I came back in the kitchen and I felt like I had had a stroke or something. It was so strange. Like I knew something happened. Like from the time I got off the phone with the attorney to the time I got back in the kitchen, I felt weird as hell. Like I was floating on a cloud, dizzy at the same time, but I'm trying to act normal. Like I just remember telling my aunt, we gotta go, I gotta go. You want to go to Walgreens? Come on, we gotta go. And we went in Walgreens, and I remember rushing my aunt, like, come on, you know. And then when I got back to the car, I knew something wasn't right with me, but I didn't say anything. I didn't know what happened. I just knew that something happened. I wasn't feeling right. So basically, I didn't know what was happening. So like over the next few days, I kept feeling weird like that, like just off, like I was floating around and just like I was in a zone, but I wasn't even in my body. Like I was watching my body move. And so that all ended up hitting a head. So I was like, let me take my ass to the doctor. I think I done went crazy. And so I went to the doctor, and come to find out the building that I went to was where a lot of police officers go. And when I finally sat and talked to the psychiatrist, whatever it was, he asked me a series of questions. He's like, what brings you here today? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I went crazy. And I'm kind of skimming this story to make it not long. But he asked me like a line of questions. And I was like sitting there like, while he's writing, I'm like, so what is it? He was like, well, let me tell you this, first of all. You're not crazy. And I was like, I'm not. He was like, no. He's like, first of all, crazy people would never bring themselves to the doctor saying, am I crazy? Crazy people don't do that because they don't think they're crazy like that. And I was like, oh, you're right. That's funny to me because when he said that, it was like, you're right. Crazy. You've never seen a crazy person say, I think I'm crazy and I'm going to take myself to the doctor because I think I'm crazy. Have you ever heard a crazy person say they think they're crazy? Mm-mm. What he told me was that he said, well, however, what's happening is you have GAD, and that's generalized anxiety disorder. And you have had an anxiety attack from the stress and everything that you were putting yourself under, and that your chemical balance in your body is off, and that's why you feel these symptoms. He's like, there's nothing you can really do. He was like, you just need to, well, you need to rest, you need to exercise, you need to treat yourself good and just learn how to relax, basically. So basically, you can stress yourself out to a point where you will feel like you're crazy. And that was back then. And over the years, I have dealt with GAD on and off, you know, even now, but I'm always still push myself. I'm always still push myself. So I'm going to tell you that there have been times in my life where I thought I was crazy, but that's because I push myself. And that's why most people don't accomplish their true goals in life, because they are afraid to push themselves to that limit. And if you watch a lot of movies and things like that, you'll see that's the storyline of a lot of people. So to get to greatness, you sometimes push yourself to the brink, to the edge. And most people are afraid to get anywhere near the freaking edge. They'd rather be way back there in the safe zone. And sometimes to get your goals and stuff, you got to push yourself to the edge, even if you don't have any real support, you know? So that's my little story. But I will tell you this. Are you all here? I'm going to tell you all this too. To me, when you start to self-actualize in life and you're that person who's crazy enough to push yourself to the edge to go after the things you want in life, you're not the crazy one. To me, you are the one who, to me, has clear vision. You are the one who believes in yourself enough to go after, even despite all the adversity. If you really want to go there, to me, the people who sit there and live in their mediocrity, afraid, working a job they hate, being around people they hate, friends that they really don't like, those to me are the crazy people, because you don't believe in yourself. The words that come out your mouth about how you feel about your life and where you are in life and the money that's in your bank account, you say you happy with it. Your actions and your words don't match up. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, you're the crazy one because you are sitting here trying to make me believe your delusion that you have on yourself. I know what makes me happy and I'm going after it. And so I'm the crazy one for pushing and going after what I want. See, now I'm gonna get emotional because people love to throw that fucking crazy agenda on you. They're the crazy ones because they're sitting there in delusion. There's so many unhappy people out here. There's so many unhappy people out here, but they will try to deflect off the fact that they won't go after the life that they want and be disciplined enough to do what they got to do and to do whatever they has to do to succeed, despite what people say. And so instead of facing their own shit, doing their own deep dive on themselves, correcting things that need to be corrected within them, they'll try to push stuff off on you because you are a reflection of what they want to be, what they wish to be, what they envious of. And that's just the truth. And that is just the truth. And I get emotional because the more that you level up, the more that you become self-actualized. And if you know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the top part of the pyramid is self-actualization. The closer you get to self-actualization, the less people you're going to have around you because most people cannot make it to the top of that pyramid. And everybody not meant to make it to the top of the pyramid, but a lot of people are going to drop off. They're going to drop off in a couple ways. Some of them just going to, they weren't really there in the first place, so they're going to drop off. Some of them going to pretend to be there, but they so jealous and they just can't seem to they see you accomplish your goals, so they just going to throw a little shade and you just going to kind of move away from them. You know, you're going to have people that straight up do crappy stuff to you that's going to mess up the relationship, so those people are going to drop off. You know, and then you're going to be just too busy to even be bothered with a lot of people. I had to tell him, fuck off, literally, because he kept reaching out to me and I kept telling him, I'm so busy, just text me. He don't never even want nothing. And he mad at me because I'm like, he never wants anything. We don't have anything in common anymore. Once you get to certain levels, you're not going to even have a lot of stuff in common with people. So they're going to call you crazy. You know why? Because you're not going to be relating to them and they're not going to be relating to you. And what's crazy is they'll make you think that you're crazy. But to me, some of those people, I don't even want to call them crazy, but if you call me crazy, I'm going to call you crazy. You get what I'm saying? Because I think it's crazy to be on this earth acting like you a damn cat with 9 lives and you only got one. And you sitting up here running around like you a meow meow and you could do this over and over and over and over. You could do this one damn time. So yes, I'm crazy. And I'm going to push it all the way to the motherfucking max. I hope this video don't get demonetized. I got somebody right now. Love to see what I got going on. Love to always throw in them little side comments. You's crazy. She crazy. But study trying to be like me. See, them people, you got to watch them too, because the same people that got you thinking what you're doing is silly, crazy, deranged, they low-key be trying to compete with you. See, you watch. No need to get mad, but just understand that you are not crazy. What you're doing is what most people won't do. And how many of you all have the balls to push through that? Because understand, as you move up that Maslow's hierarchy of needs to self-actualization, the real reason why you're here on earth, your maximum potential that you should be always trying to reach, understanding it's a pyramid for a reason, meaning that when you get to the top of the pyramid, there's less and less room at the top of the pyramid. You trying to take every damn body with you. You trying to please everybody to go to every level. You will never get up there because it's not enough room for all of them. Okay? At that level in the pyramid, it's a different oxygen space. It's a different altitude. Not everybody can breathe at that level. They didn't do the necessary training to know how to breathe at that altitude. You've done the work. Why are you trying to take somebody who can't even breathe at that altitude? You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to be willing to do some things. So yeah, you got to get a little crazy. You got to get your man in such a crazy level if you want to like elevate. I think I told you all the story before about Beyonce. You know, in Atlanta, working in my field, I had a chance to be around all these celebrities and just a lot of industry people all the time in intimate settings that weren't even open to the public. And I think I told you that one of Beyonce's old dancers started his own. He was a stylist, starting his own line. And he was just talking about in a very intimate setting. It was only like 15 of us in the room. It was a very private event. And he was just saying how he admired Beyonce because of her work level. Like he was saying, I forgot what it was, but some big tour, because this was years ago. She worked so hard that she actually, and nobody, this didn't make it out to the public, but she actually had to be taken to the hospital. And come to find out, she had exhaustion. And she got her IV and everything. And Beyonce, he said, literally, Beyonce left the damn hospital and came back and continued to practice. Beyonce would have them practicing 15 hours a day, long days. That's the level of focus, craziness that most people are not going to do to get to her level. So when people say, I'm about to be on some Beyonce type stuff, most people ain't got what it take to be Beyonce. We already know that, but I'm saying, like, period, in life, to really become the best version of yourself, to be successful, just like that girl who made over $1 million before the age of 25. I told you, I know. Most people are not willing to do what she do. She online every hour, like clockwork. She treats it like a business. Everybody's looking at her like, oh, she's showing her butt, she's showing her booty, she's doing this, da, 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 da. Really, it's a business. And I'm pretty sure the way she has a method to her madness. It looked crazy, but her bank account said it ain't crazy. Her child is taken care of better than most. She got 2 foreign vehicles. She about to buy a home in California. She has one here too. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm about to see what I can do. I want to be crazy like that. Show. Let me tell you something. I notice the more God blesses me and I'm starting to see clearer, at the same time, you're going to start to see a lot of people turn against you, talk about you. I know exactly who talks about me. I know exactly who smiles in my face. I know exactly who come around me just to be in my business. I give them a little bit of information to satisfy their craving of me. I know. I don't care, though. You get what I'm saying? It used to bother me, but I don't care because I understand where it's coming from. If you want to watch me do what I'm going to do, then watch it. If you want to know what I'm going to do, I can help you. But most people don't really want to do what it takes. They just want to call, girl, you so crazy. You really something. You be really coming up with some stuff. And then when they slightly mention, yeah, because they low key want to do it, and then they might mention something to you they want to do. You try to help them, they don't really want to do it. So I'm just telling you. But let me tell you something else. So that's the reason why I haven't really been online, because my mental, I think I just have to get some rest and focus. But also, I always take time to do my self-care. Okay. That's very important. I told you that story from when I was 27 to now I'm 44. I've learned when to step back. I can run like a damn Tasmanian devil and then I crash sometimes. And when I'm crashing, I have to let myself crash. I just been in the gym. And resting and watching TV, TikTok, and doing what I need to do. I do what God tells me to do. That's another thing. You gotta know when it's okay to sit back. Because God's saying, okay, you done put in the work, you done laid everything out. Rest, my child, rest. And that's what I've been doing. Okay, so I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you something else. You got to keep your mind fed, because if you are depending on the people around you to feed your mind with what you need to elevate, you will be not elevated. You will not be elevated. Let me tell you something. I take time. I got people that I follow and that I watch for mental stimulation. People that are where I want to be. I watch them. I study them. That's why that young 24-year-old girl, I called her the other night to talk to her about some stuff, and she preached to me for about 40 minutes. She was preaching to me about some stuff. Because we were talking about how when you really in a zone and doing big things, how people start switching up on you, acting funny towards you. Like, it's strange. Get ready. Anyway, I bought this book the other day. See that? I bought this book. You got to do stuff to feed your mind. If you are expecting other people to feed you around you that are not even happy with their own lives, they're being delusional, they're not really happy. They can't. How much energy do you think a person that haven't really done what they want to do with their life, how much energy do you think they can give you when they see you elevating? Some people don't want to hate. It's just like they are envious. And sometimes people could be envious and they don't want to be envious. Let's talk about that too. They don't want to be envious. They just envious because They wish they would have did things differently. They wish they had the balls of the guts of the situation. A lot of people don't know they have it within them, and they just not mentally strong enough to do it. You see what I'm saying? So some people will be envious of you, and they can't give it to you because they low-key envious. And envy is not necessarily a bad thing. We've all experienced envy. I've experienced envy. I had someone I was envious of, but I more so looked up to them, in that sort of sense. Like, it was motivational for me. But I had to buy this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. It's important to learn how to not give a F so you can focus, because if you start focusing on what other people got to say about you being crazy, about you being all over the place, about you, they judgment of you, especially on something they ain't never did before, it will mess with you and it will stop you. So you have to train your mind. I can't wait to dig into this book. I got some other ones too, but I really start not giving an F. And it's funny because when I start cutting people off, distancing myself from people, coming into my own little cocoon, whatever, staying focused, exercising, eating right, detoxing, all these different things, that's when things start flowing for me. I even had to get a new realtor. You got to know when to cut people off. You got to know when to step away from people. You got to know when to reposition yourself. And you ain't got to get into it with people. Sometimes you just, no, and reposition yourself. Reposition yourself. Let people talk. I'm crazy. I'm this. I'm that. I'm sure I'm a lot of things. I'm sure I'm all kind of things. Okay. I'm trying to get to where my girl at with the million plus in the bank and the 40 G's a month. I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not there yet. She could care less what people have to say. She could care less. Matter of fact, she announces it. This is what I do, and she talks about it like it's a business. And because she just desensitized it from what people have to say about it, she does not care. She'll be in a better position for it later. She does not care. And people can say what they want to say. How many women out here screwing, actually having sex with men for nothing, for a chicken wing dinner? So they can talk stuff about her all they want about being on the screen. There's girls out here smashing left and right, left and right, left and right for nothing. She ain't even smashing. She got a whole boyfriend, and she getting something, a whole lot of something. So once you stop caring what people think about you being crazy, deranged, you could do a lot of big things in life if you understand the art of not giving an F. And it's very liberating. It's very liberating. Because the same people that always want to call me crazy, or you different. They can't get enough of me though. They can't get enough of me. So let me read some comments. Actually, you do become a little crazy to other people, because once you don't give an F, you really become free. See, most people walking around in bondage because they scared of judgment from other people. And they letting people judge them that don't even have the credentials to judge. Think about it. People will deflect their experiences onto you. Yup, just saying. I was watching Beyonce today, the only performer I know that can have such stamina and maintain her singing at the same time. Yep. I heard it out of one of her dancers' mouth saying that her work ethic is impeccable. He's never seen anything like it before. The girl went to the hospital for dehydration and exhaustion and got IVs and stuff and came right back and said, let's keep going. He said that in his own mouth. Yep. She does it every time. And I'm just want to rant, y'all. I'm sorry. You know I'm going to do it every time. You can't even tell everyone everything, because then they'll try to hate on your vision. You know what? And that's one of my pet peeves. Not pet peeves. That's one of my downfalls. I talk too much to people who don't really care. They just nosy and really want to sprinkle some hatred on it. But you know what? Like I said earlier, it sounds cocky to some people. You gotta get a little cocky. It don't matter what people think. You gotta do. You gotta pump your damn self up. I give people a little bit of tidbit information because I gotta satisfy their craving. I said that earlier, and it's true. That sounds so cocky, but it's true. I gotta satisfy people craving, because some people vicariously live through you, and I give you a little bit. You know why? Two, because I'm not gonna get religious, but I'm gonna tell you something. I serve an awesome God, and so He never forsakes me. He gonna always bless me no matter what. What's for me is for me. And that's what I'm gonna say. I don't get too deep into that, but I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I have my praise sessions up in here where I just play a certain song. I will cry for hours, just not hours. I cry for like 45 minutes though, like straight boo-hoo. I sure will, just thinking and thanking God because I draw to him. That's my main cheerleader. So all these other people with their personal issues trying to project that bullshit onto me, I give them, I'm gonna say God and bullshit all in the same sentence. That is real messed up. I did it, sorry God. But I'm just saying, like, once you understand how life is and how people are and a lot of stuff that people do and don't, it's not even about you, it's about them, then you become free. And then once you become free, it's like stuff that people do don't even phase you. And I got some people too that think I'm mad at them. And I'm like, I'm not even mad at you. I'm just like, I think that that I see you. And so you created a beef that's not even real. It's no beef. It's just that I see you now. And I think that you feel weird that I see you. Or I'm calling out something that's not fair or that's not cool. And I'm not even mad about it, but I'm just letting you know from this point forward, this is how I'm moving with it. And people will take that and be like, oh, she don't fool me no more. That's not even it. It's just like, no, I'm just telling you that I'm uncomfortable with XYZ and it's not fair to me. And, we got to change that. And then, you'll find as you start to elevate in your life, you will start to see how many people are mispositioned in your life. I'm not going to say they don't belong there. I'm going to say you have a lot of misplaced people in the wrong, you got people in the wrong positions in your life. And when you start elevating, and for me, I gravitate more towards God. People are there in position, but they're there in a position that exactly they want to be. I don't hold nobody in a certain position or anything. I don't give a shit if you family or whatever you are. If you there, you there. You're not, you're not. If I see you on some shady stuff, I'm gonna position you correctly. If I see you on some hater stuff, I'm gonna probably let you know a little something, let you know expose you as a hater, and then I'm gonna laugh because you're gonna know I know. And then I'm gonna let you stay there too, and I'm gonna let you have a view, but you gotta first become unbothered. The practice of being unbothered. So you are focused. You can't be giving energy to all that stuff. You need to get a book, something like this. Practice being unbothered. Being bothered by people and what they got to say about you drains your energy, literally. Yep, you got to take care of yourself. Yep, exactly. Self-care is important. What can you pour out from an empty cup? Exactly. People will empty out your cup. If you're going to be a hoe, be a pay one. Exactly. And can I tell you something? To be honest with you, and that's why I said if you got Hulu, go back and watch it. It just came out this week, and it's talking about OnlyFans. If you watch most people on OnlyFans, believe it or not, it's a stigma. That's why I told you that a brand is all about selling an experience. They're just selling an experience. They're not having sex with anyone. They are just selling the experience of it. Most HOEs I know are broke and they always need my help with something. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody's help. Now, those are the stupid ones to me. They ain't the crazy ones. You see what I'm saying? Like people that want to call you crazy, to me, they're the crazy ones. Like most people I know that are actually out there like that, just giving a body to different people, when real stuff happen in their life, they always come to family or friends. It's like, what about all them dudes you messing with? You can't go to none of them for no money, for no help when the shit get real. You're the crazy one. Now that's crazy. Now to me, that's crazy. So call me crazy, but maybe I'm dumb or I'm slow, but you're the crazy one because you're out here giving away your most prized possession for free. So I'm just saying. So how does all this relate to nails? It's the same thing I've said in all the other videos. You got to be a little crazy. You got to be consistent. You got to see what's happening. And right now, the industry is getting worse. Let me tell you what I'm seeing now happen in the industry. It's a hot mess, and I'm really kind of ticked off about it. You got people like Lovely Mimi out here telling people to use MMA. That's one thing. That's one little thing, whatever. What's worse than that? The product companies themselves. Have you all noticed that all these damn product companies are putting professional products out here and they're running huge campaigns to the general public saying you could do your own nails at home? Have you all noticed that? Because that's been making me feel some type of way these past couple of days. Have you? Have you all noticed that? Who just did? I saw it and it popped up a couple times. I was like, I actually typed a comment in there and I said, I'm not even going to argue with these people, but I'm just going to pay attention and reposition myself and be ready. Because now they're putting everything out here for people to do their own nails at home. It's like they don't even care. The product companies are so thirsty for money nowadays, they don't even care about professional products. They are marketing professional products to the everyday user. If you go, damn, why can't I think of the name of that company? That's because I don't use their products that much. They're very popular, but I don't like their top coat. It's not universal. I got something dip powder though. Why can't I think? I can't think of the name of the company, but it's a lot of them. They are marketing stuff for the everyday user. First, they came out, they started teaching people how to do no chip. Why are you teaching people to do no chip? People are going to ruin their nails because they don't understand how to take care of their natural nails with a no chip. They're going to be putting it on, sticking their hand up under this light constantly, which is not good. And then they're going to be ripping it off and changing the color a million times. They don't know how to properly remove it. So now they got thin ass, burning, thin red nail beds. They don't care. They don't care. This is bothering me. Let me go get this. I gotta go get this product so I can tell you what company. Yep, here it is. Just grab the dip cap. I don't even know what color it is. Kiara Sky. Kiara Sky. I just grabbed one. Kiara Sky has been marketing like crazy. Most recently, now they're marketing. What is it? Do your own nail art at home. They just marketing everything out to anyone. They're not even marketing to professionals. If you read the comments, these are people saying, "Oh yeah, I've been doing my nails at home for a year now. Now I do my sister, I do my mother." But then they want to come to us when their nails all jacked up or beat up or thin and brittle or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And it's just really a mess. So that is something to pay attention to because you got all the people out here with social media. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. You got people out here that's thirsty for content. So they'll put any content out there. Okay. Telling people to buy MMA just for any little content. Then you got people that are self-taught and they're out here. Everybody's teaching a class on it. Nobody believes in going to school and learning any of the background stuff about sanitation, disinfection, even identifying different things, when to send a person to a doctor. Nobody cares about that anymore. And then on top of that, now you got the product companies who said, F it, we're just going to sell to every darn body. And it was funny because I was looking at an advertisement for Kiara Sky, and it literally said at the top of the advertisement for professional use. But then it was marketing saying that you could do this yourself. Look at how easy this design is. I'm like, they contradicting themselves right there in the same damn ad because they money hungry. Everybody money hungry. And so what's going to happen is if you are not preparing yourself or positioning yourself to provide whatever experience you want to provide. This book been out so long at this point, it's not even really about that. I'm just saying, like I'm saying the same message. It all makes sense. If you don't know who you're targeting and know what they want and figured out how much you want to make and how to get those people to spend that amount with you, you're going to be kind of ate up in some of this because you're just all over the place willy-nilly. And people are learning how to do their own nails. People are going to anyone, like just sitting in the chair for designs and stuff. So if you're trying to go after and you want to do designs and you're really good at these long nails, you got to create an experience to make sure you grab some of the people up and keeping them on lock. You get what I'm saying? How are you keeping those people on lock if that's what you do? Because if you're doing all these long nails with the the sea stones, and the 24 karat jewels and all this crap in there, and the Chanel and the Louis Vuitton. I do all that too. I'm just saying, like, if that's your thing, though, your main thing, you know that crowd, your competition, most of them are probably not licensed. You know that, right? Because a lot of people self-taught because of social media. How are you going to compete with that and grab those people and keep those people paying you the amount you want to make? The 100 a day, the 200 a day, the 400 a day. How are you going to keep those people in your chair consistently? What does your brand look like? What is your experience coming to you like? How do you set yourself apart from those people? If she got people coming in and she doing them in her bedroom with curtains that's half off the wall and kids everywhere and crackers and shit everywhere all on the floor, okay, you come in, and when they come in your place, it should be the total opposite. You get what I'm saying? You got to study your competitors, because now you have the social media people that are not licensed but are really good. They're out here promoting themselves like crazy. Like I told you, they on the camera every 5 minutes. See, what they're doing is they're putting their nails in front of the person. They know what they're doing. What are you doing? That's why I said a person regular schmegular could be making all the money. They good and they not licensed and they making all the money that you should be making. You know why? Because they're branding themselves. They are out there putting themselves on camera a million times a day. You got them? And now you got the product companies who said screw professional products. Everybody can buy a product, whatever works. Young Nails, they're another one. Young Nails, I know everybody loves Young Nails, but I'm seeing Young Nails, they're marketing to everyone now. To me. Young Nails products didn't do that good in the store, like their gel line and stuff like that. I never hear anybody talk about banning stuff. So I think that they're just like their last resort. Me being in corporate America too, they've had to resort more towards kind of pushing their advertising towards the general public too. All these companies are doing that. Me and Secret has not, because they're very hot right now. So you could buy it, but they don't really push their advertising from what I see to the general public. But you got to look at some of these bigger companies. They're turning towards, who cares about professional use? We're going to create stuff that anybody can buy. Got to pay attention to what's happening in the market. When you're a business person, you have to see what the competition is doing and what the temperature of the market is. The market is shifting a couple different ways. You said that's okay because when Susie and her friends F up their nails, they'll be in our DMs. Exactly. I told you I just had to fix a set, and I had to charge her more to fix that set because the person, did I tell you all that? It was so crazy. The person went to somebody and got their nails done. Of course, they're self-taught and they could do some cute designs, but I started questioning her, and she said it took her over 3 hours to do the nails. The nails were super lumpy and bumpy. I had to spend so much time getting them in order. So it was no longer a fill-in, which even most people don't understand is that they're not professional. It wasn't even a fill-in at that point. It was a rebalance, which means I got to go in and resculpt and reshape this whole nail from top to bottom because the acrylic was so terrible. It was literally like this, like a roller coaster, like. And then it went up at the end. But the designs were cute, but if you rubbed your thumb across them, they were terrible. And she knew it, and she said she came to me because she was like, well, first off, the girl didn't do fill-ins. I never heard of a nail tech who don't do no damn fill-ins. What the hell is that? Is that what we're going to right now? We're going into nail techs who don't do fill-ins? Did y'all hear me? A nail tech who don't do fill-ins. She said her drill is not powerful enough. This is what she told me. She said she don't do fill-ins. She said her drill is not powerful enough. This is what we're dealing with. Professionals and aspiring professionals. This is what we're dealing with. These are people that are out here because at the end of the day, people are still sitting in their chair because their designs are cute. And guess what? What are they doing? These are the people that's on social media all day, 50 times a day. So they are getting the people in their chair. Best believe. Best believe. What are you going to do about that? So we got to go hard in the paint. We're making sure that we are doing the same thing, because you actually have a one up on them. But you got to get a little crazy. You got to get just as crazy with them with the marketing as they are, because they're doing it. They don't see, they're crazy too in a good way, because I feel I got a love hate thing, because I'm not even mad at them, because I love anybody who goes so hard in the paint to market their business, right? And it's working. They just won't go all the way through and make it legit and do what they're supposed to do to take care of people properly, safely, whatever. Fine. But you would have the one up if you just did what they're doing, because you have the proper paperwork and the accreditation, the education to take care of people. And that's where you will have a leg up on them. See, a lot of them have the leg up on you because they're simply marketing themselves more, and they got cute designs, and that's it. But if you got cute designs too, you got the license, you got the know-how, you can be educating people while they're in your chair, explaining things to them. Like, oh, you see this right here, this is this, or explaining. If you start spitting your knowledge to people when they're in the chair, they're gonna differentiate you. Plus, you got a beautiful environment. You don't have babies and kids all around and got them sitting there waiting all damn day. That's how you get the one up on them. A lot of us are being a little lazy. Y'all better pay attention though, because I'm telling you, these product companies really don't care about the professional anymore. Gelish was the first professional company I saw selling gel polish to the public years ago. Downhill ever since. Yep. I don't understand these professional companies that sell to the general public. They don't have no choice. And social media is a double-edged sword, and everybody's taking advantage of it. Why are we not taking advantage of it the way we could? Why? We can't really complain if we're not taking advantage of the free social media platforms that sit in front of us on our phones every day. If you sitting on social media, if you hurting for money, or you're not making the money that you think you should make, and you sitting on your phone all day looking at other people's content, shame on you, because you should be on there all day creating your own content. Hey, Chrissy. These companies are loyal to the money, not the professionals that built them and gave them their brand's credibility. They are not. So what are we going to do? You get what I'm saying? What are we going to do about it? So now you got to really be on top of your stuff and head everything off, because you got the self-taught people that are really good, and they will be on social media as much as they got to, because they understand. You got the license, but they got the people. You got the license, they got the people. But you got the same opportunity that they have. There's no difference in the opportunity they got and you got. You both got the same damn phone with the same apps on it. So who's who? I mean, it is what it is. So at this point, it'd be like, well, you remember earlier I talked about the deep dive when I was saying, how I think those people are crazy. In a sense, that would make some of us crazy, because we sitting here with the tools to do what we said we're going to do, and we're not doing it. So can we really be mad at them? It is what it is. They're being an opportunist. We're not being an opportunist, because we got to understand that clients are, most people in the world, period, are followers and sheep. And they're going to go with whoever is leading them, whatever way. Whoever is the head goat herder. They're going to get the sheep and everything to go their way. So if you sitting back saying, well, I went to school for goat herding, sheep herding, they should be following me. Look, the sheep are just going to follow who got the staff and who's out there saying, follow me. That's the way the sheep and the goat going to go. The sheep don't understand or care unless you teach them, I am the proper leader in this. Like, you got to stand up and teach them. I'm just trying to say it in different ways, because I could say things different ways that might hit just this person, and this the way I say it this way, it might hit that person, Oh yeah, you see nails that look like bricks. Yeah, that was the set I had to correct the other day, and the girl knew it, and that's why she came to me. She said it. She was like, I came to you because I needed them to be right. And it was crazy, because even though she had all that fancy permanent color acrylic and all that, she had to go white with the nails for a photo shoot. She knew that girl's nail, she knew the acrylic was lumpy. So she knew she was coming to me. First, she came to me for a soak off. I would have charged her so much money to soak all that crap off. I said, girl, we first of all, this is a it was and they were super long. I was like, girl, I could fix them. And I just ended up fixing them. I charged a little bit more to fix them, but it was easier and cheaper for me to just fix them and soak all that crap off. It was just I got it together. But it's just like, wow, this is what people are out here doing now. The nail tech I see only put they only and that's nothing. Everybody wearing all the super long nails. See, they grabbing all the attention right now. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we gonna do? No fill-ins, no soak-offs. Yeah, they don't do fill-ins. They don't do soak-offs, no short nails, only long. There are nail techs out here nowadays only do long nails. That's the trend. That is the trend. But here's the thing. Y'all know I'm an old lady, right? So, and this little stuff is running through me. But I'm gonna tell you something. Here's it's something to that. That's why I said you can't worry about other people. Okay, I'm back. So, like I was saying, you can't worry about other people because if you let that deter you, then they're winning. And we act like just because that's the trend. That's why I said I don't go after what the trend is. I'm gonna tell you, like in the stock market, everybody want to go after Dogecoin and all this crap. I don't do what everybody else doing because that stuff, like just as fast as it do go up, that shit come crashing down just as fast. And that's why I don't do it. I didn't do Susus. I talked about that. I didn't jump into Susus. I didn't jump on Dogecoin. I know people made money off of it, but a lot of people lost money off of it. So I like to do my good and tried and true things. And I'm just that person. Like I don't follow the crowd. I never have been. That's why I've accomplished some amazing things in my life because I do my own thing. I research stuff. I figure out how I can get in a way that nobody else is getting in. See, can't be a sheep in this game because those people are making money today, but I promise you, most of them not going to be 20-year meal techs because they grabbing fast money. Everybody want to follow the fast money. That's fine. If that's what you do, that's what you do. And that's why I was just saying, well, how you going to compete with them? Because you got a lot of competition in that arena. Me personally, I rather target the people who don't get all that. The more stable people with careers and jobs and budgets to spend on stuff like that. Now that's fine though, because I mean that's the thing, and there's money in that right now too. But if you're gonna compete in that arena, it's so many girls going hard in the paint with the social media. They got it on lock. How are you gonna compete? You actually will have the upper hand, but if you're not at least meeting them with the social media, you're losing. If you want to do long nails, let me go on record. I want to be clear. If you want to be a nail tech who do all them long nails, them long designs and all of that's fine. But how are you meeting these girls that are not licensed and can do some darn nails that are on social media? How are you competing with them? Because you have a one up. But if you are not posting like them, you're not promoting yourself like them, you are losing. They are winning. You could be above them because you have the one up by being a licensed professional. On top of putting out the same exact work that they're putting out, you could also be putting out professional advice. You could also say something like, did you know the epinicium, da 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 da? Did you know that nails should be removed, da 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 da? Let me take care of you. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not doing that stuff. They're just putting out their work and on social media like 10 times a day going, that's all they're doing. You could do that, or You can promote yourself just as much or however you see fit, and you got the business knowledge, you got the medical information on top. I'm telling you, as a business owner, you always have to find a way to set yourself apart. Like, I'm gonna go back to my friend who does OnlyFans. She sets herself apart. She's online all the time, but she sets herself apart by the way she carries herself. She does not carry herself in a slutty way at all. Matter of fact, she's not even a twerker. She hates twerking. Matter of fact, um, she speaks very, very proper. You wouldn't even think she was from Chicago. I asked her, "Are you sure you're from Chicago?" I keep asking her. She talks like she's from the Valley or something in California. Like, I was just saying, she's very proper. She's very different. So how are you going to be different? If this girl can go out and make over $1 million in a year in a flooded market like OnlyFans, you could do the same thing with nails. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. We all got the same phone and we all got the same apps. What are we doing with it is the question. Now, so that's that. I want to be clear. You can make money. I'm just saying, like, that's my stance on that with the long nails. But that is not stopping the industry still, because everybody don't want that stuff. And I don't even do long nails like that. I do, but I'm saying my clientele don't ask for stuff like that. I got a few. But that's not my target. But I can do it. And I still make my money. You said I've seen it plenty of times. Don't do fill-ins. Okay, so I read that already. Am I that far behind them? Yeah, I am. Saw a saw a self-taught nail tech say she didn't work on bitten nails and don't do short nails because they don't know how. See what I'm saying? And that's what I keep saying in these videos, because they only know that one little pocket of information. They know how to do exactly what they know, and that's it, and that's all. So you have the one up. You're just not stepping up as much as you should be, because the competition is not a joke right now, especially if you playing in that field. You see what I'm saying? So if you do the same work that this, I'm just using this as an example, Jordan. I'm not saying this to you, but good example. If you do the same work she do and she don't do that, you should be on there saying, I do it all. I'm licensed. I'm this. I'm that. Did you know this is the proper way to soak off the nails? And do a TikTok, screenshot your TikTok and put up TikTok showing, the before and after soaking off nails. Or put up a picture of nails that are improperly soaked off and what they can look like if you go into the wrong person versus your nail care. You see what I'm saying? So you just one up that person because they designs look just as good as your designs or whatever, but then you one up them with your knowledge, with your skill beyond that little box. Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of them are not as hot as you think, but they killing it right now because they working the out of what they do know. They working it. They working it. They working it. It is what it is. We could complain and talk about it all day, but at the end of the day, who walking away with all the money? The person who do it the hardest. I can't argue with the bit working on it at all. Yeah. I work on all of them. It's a way to get around that. If they too short, a person with really, 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 really itty bitty bitten nails, usually their cuticles need to be pushed back severely. So that person, you could charge them a little bit more and you tell them, I got to work on your nails to reveal a nail bed. And then I've never had to do this, but it's two ways you could do it. You're gonna have to really push back the cuticles, because a person with really itty bitty nail beds, they usually ain't never had a manicure. The cuticle is covering half the nail bed in a lot of cases, 65% of the time. The other part usually is, when you put the tips on, you need to, how you have that well that's like you need to cut it straight so you can lay it straight on the nail. And that's going to give you some leverage too to put tips on a person with short nails. Now, I know I've seen some videos where they say you could put a little ball of acrylic on there to give it like a little fake nail bed before you go to lay the acrylic. You could do that too, but really, over the years, I've run into people like that over the years, and I just cut the U off in the well. And I'm just going to place that straight tip directly on there. Just a little tidbit I used over the years. You say you don't like working on big nails because you don't want to worry about the nails popping off. Well, usually when a person has really, really severe big nails, I'll tell them, all I do is put my disclaimers in. I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna tell them like you shouldn't go that long because you don't have a lot of support to hold them. And I tell them like, oh, well, I want them long. I'll be like, well, you got to let them. You got to get a little more support on there. So I'll give them some medium nails. And if they want to go longer, I'll do it. If they really like, no, I want them longer. I'll be like, okay, but I'm just saying, if they pop off, you gonna have to pay to replace them, and that's it. That's all. I'm gonna give them what they want. But they are. I told you, don't come calling me 3 days somebody came off because now you already know you got to pay me. Look, but I don't really have them pop off like that. I don't know. Can't even stick a pin on bitten nails depending on how badly bitten they are. Okay. I tell people to come with bare nails only. People rip off their nails. And that's another thing. People don't care about natural nail care anymore because you got so many people out here who are talented at putting on nails, but they know nothing about how to take care of nails or understand the chemistry of nails or how they work. And so everybody just rips their nails off, and then they want to come to you and just slap on another set on these nails. I can look at a person, and I'll say, "You just took some nails off, didn't you? About 3 days ago." How you know? I could just look at them and tell. I've been in this industry so long, I could tell you if you just ripped them off that day, if it was 3 days ago or a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Not 2 weeks ago, but like 3 days or something like that. I can tell. I can look and tell. Mm, that's the style right now. That's what's in. It is what it is, but people are making a lot of money off of it. But you can still, if you know how to do it, you can still get in and get some of that money, and you can one up them by using your other real talent. Trends come and go. You want to build a long lasting clientele career on trends, all ice and no cake. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Vicky Peters, a verified legend, taught us to scope them out, bitten nails, back when folks cared about acquiring skills. Right. And that's what I was saying. You could also put a little ball of acrylic on there to give it a little extra support. I never went through the trouble of doing all that because I'm going to charge you extra if I had to do all that. But what I found was to just cut the U part out, and it's flat on flat. And it's a little thinner at the tip of the U. So you have more support that way too. I never really had those people's nails pop off like that. Like if they did, they always have said to me like they lasted longer than they ever have. Like they usually don't even stay on. So I don't know. Yep. You can't anytime you're doing a little more work, it's taking a little more of your time, you can always charge a little extra. And if you are providing a good experience and a good environment for people, you want people that can afford it. You don't want people that's like tripping off of $5, $10. Let them take their butt to the discount salon. If you're creating a good experience and you good and your work is good, get the people that want to pay for your experience and appreciate your talent. I can't stress that enough. I've had to go through some bumps and lumps with purging and getting new people, but here I am. I'm happier than ever. I work, I work differently. Me 3 years ago to now, I work differently. I do less work. I make more money. I can't explain it. I do less work because I'm doing less people, but I have a better quality clientele who I'm better matched with. So I don't have to work on as many people in a day. And I make more money than I did even 3 years ago. I got a better match. I ain't trying to match and kill myself for everybody anymore. I'm not. Because a lot of people didn't even understand how much stress I was under or how tired I was or I didn't have a life. You get it? And they didn't care because people care about themselves. And now I care about me. And I got the people who appreciate what I'm putting down. And I'm good with it. When I was in the salon, some girls would come in and bit their nails off. I would cringe. Yeah, that happens all the time. I just tell them, like, girl, you're going to make your nails so thin. They're going to be bald in a minute. Just like these girls walking around here with no edges. You're going to be walking around here with raw nails. Raw nails to the point where you can't even wear your own nails ever in life. But they don't want to hear that. I get it. Everybody want to be beautiful. They're like, I'll worry about that when it comes. Okay. I don't even want the money that comes with extra loans. Those are people that give me the most drama and usually can't afford them. I was about to say, that's another thing. You can only charge so much for those, and I make that anyway in less time. Because like I told you, the other girl came and hmm, she came and said it took her over 3 hours to do the nails. In 3 hours, I done did a pedicure, a fill-in, and another pedicure. So I made more. You know what I'm saying? With less stress. I didn't have to do all this intricate work and all that. I made more money. So to each his own. I'm just saying. I don't want a book full of that. That's too much for too little to me. Yep. No edges, no lashes, no nails. So yeah, right. That's how this generation. I'm older, right? But I'm in the beauty industry. This generation, I get it. They don't really care. It's all about today and being cute. I get it because I used to be that age, and I want. I know that's a lie. I used to be on it. I love taking care. I used to be deep condition the crap out of my hair. I'll be walking around with Noxzema on my face and Queen Helene cholesterol in my hair for a whole darn day. I was really into keeping my stuff in order. But nowadays, everything is just so quick, quick, quick. Remember, I told you, social media got people with ADD. ADD. They want everything now. They want what's quick, what's fast, what's the cheapest, whatever. It's different. So now that you see that, how are you going to position yourself? I guess that's my question. How do you position yourself? You got to get a little crazy. Let people call you crazy, but what are you going to do? What are we going to do here? That's all. It's just something to think about. I just want to reintroduce myself back into social media because I had been off. And like I said, I was a little groggy and tired. I've been exercising hardcore more so than ever, detoxing, just getting my mind right, thinking the next steps. And I got a lot of little things going on, a lot of transition in life. And yeah, a lot of, death, all sorts of things have been happening. Sickness, not with me, but I'm saying with people around me and even in my family too. So it's just been a lot going on, but I didn't forget. I did not forget. And trust me, things are going to get even better. I just got to get resituated. That's all. You said I like to be cute, but I love to keep the integrity of my natural body. Exactly. And that's why I do things like take my self-care days. I will go out shopping by myself. I'll go out to dinner. I'll buy myself some nice creams, lotions, restock on all my stuff. I spend days in the house where I do nothing but take care of my hair, exfoliate my skin, go to the grocery store, get good foods, all that good stuff. But today's society is all about how do I look to other people? To me, we're not the crazy ones. Those are the crazy people, the ones who care so much about what other people think. If you worry about what other people think in this world, you will be crazy. They will make you crazy because you will never ever satisfy everybody. One person say, "Oh, I think you should gain some weight. Oh, I think you should lose some weight. Oh, I think you post. I think you post too many selfies. I don't think you post enough selfies." You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do exactly what you want to do and stay focused on how you want to do it because what you're trying to accomplish, most people are too afraid to do. So I'm going to give the floor to anyone who wants to ask a question because if not, I'm going to hop off because I didn't know what I wanted to say, but I just wanted to say this. Yeah, you got to be a little crazy. People will call me crazy. People be trying to slow diss me all the time, but the same people that try to slow, low key diss me or say little stuff or try to make me look a certain way to other people, them same people be trying to get advice, be trying to get tidbits information. So I ain't that crazy. They just want me to feel, they don't want me to get too, I guess they don't want me to get, I don't know. They don't want me to succeed that much. I don't know what it is. Them same people, I'm telling you. I catch every little thing, every little shade, every little undershade, undertone. The same people watch me, follow me, try to mimic me, try to mock me. First they laugh at you, then they ask you how you did it. First they gonna laugh at you, call you crazy, and they gonna ask you how you did it. First they laugh at you, call you crazy, and they low key watching your videos. It's okay. I got more coming. You see, I don't care. I got this off Amazon. Actually, I got it from the Amazon store. But this is one of their top selling books on Amazon. How the subtle art of not giving a F. Okay. Lauren, funny, y'all. She said, y'all talk, ask questions. You funny, Lauren. Lauren, I got to see you in person. I got to see all y'all in Atlanta. I'm going to try to get there. Let me get past this hurdle. I know I've been, this is like, I can't even talk right now, but it's a crazy kind of time right now. Let me just get past this transition in life. You finished school the end of May. Yay! This mixtape 3. Finished school the end of May. Finished school the end of May. Congratulations. You said you are a full specialist now. You are done. One and done. And once you do that once, never have to do it again unless you go to a state that has a higher hour requirement, and then you just do that and that's it. But that's one and done, and people won't do it. Yay. And you know what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? Like all the cutesy I haven't even said that all day. But all that stuff, that's just the icing on the cake. You know how to bake a cake. Most of these people just know how to do icing. They cannot bake a cake to save their life for real. The cake lopsided, hard, tastes like salt. They cannot bake a cake. They just know how to put icing on and make it look pretty from far ways back. Okay, so now you know how to bake a cake. And I don't know about your icing, but we know you know how to make a cake. That's the most important part. How do the cake taste? Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. If they're not talking about you good or bad, then you're not relevant. That's what I'm saying. It's funny because I got to be relevant. Even the people who don't like me, they can't help but to keep coming back to see more stuff they don't like. I don't know. I don't have time to focus on other people. I'm too busy. I'm trying to sleep or get my mind right to keep going on my crazy little journey. I'm trying to see what God, the highest level that I can get to that God put me here for. SheCago, is there anything left besides making millions that you still want to do in this industry? Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm going to keep doing this. And once I move, and I know I've been saying it forever, and that's that's going to be SheCago After Dark, after SheCago After Dark, okay, on this. But after I get situated in everything, I'm going to keep doing this, but I'm going to do it on another level. So I like where I'm going with this, helping people in the beauty industry or whatever, and doing more books and classes. It's all written out. It's just that I can't give it my all. If I put something out now, it'd be garbage, probably. So I need to be in the right mindset, right? But I do have other stuff that I do too. Like I told you, I had the OnlyFans, but I really want to help women in terms of getting their self-esteem together, period, with these men. Okay? With dating. Because we done all been through some messed up relationships. Some of us are in some messed up relationships. Some of us are in some situationships, and we act like we cats with narrow lives. You only get a chance to do this once. Why we wasting time with people that's not serving us? So the other part that I'm working on too, people close to me, they know I'm very passionate about hypergamy and dating properly, learning how to date properly and dating in your best interest and getting the best mate for you and living your best life and being treated well while dating. And do not give yourself and your life to somebody who haven't given you what you deserve. So I got things coming out on that end of it too, books and such. So that's my other passion, like the beauty industry, but also women understanding their worth and not dealing with garbage. For real. For real, for real. Another thing I noticed that here nails, they look like they need a feel when they just put the set on. Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand their acrylic flow. They don't understand their powder liquid ratio. And a lot of them are just, instead of learning that, they just keep piling on more and more acrylic. That's how I end up with sets that's doing like this. Because people, instead of learning how that works and really working on that, they just want to go right into slapping designs on people and forget how the acrylic look. So you do see that a lot of. I see. You're right. People will come in. I'm like, wow. No, I see somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, I just got these done yesterday, and the acrylic already like an eighth of an inch down. I'm like, mm. The acrylic should be butted all the way up. And if you know how liquid powder ratio goes, the liquid, if you really understand it and your pressure with your brush, that liquid and a little bit of that powder should flow into the cuticle, literally up under it a little bit, up under it, naturally, a very thin layer, or so close up to it that when you hit it with the drill, it just smooths out like butter and it just looks perfect. But don't nobody want to take time. That's too much time to learn that skill. As long as I can do designs, right? Who cares? That's the attitude of a lot of people. Yeah, I'm okay. I thank you. I was okay. I wasn't in the right headspace. I just wasn't. It's just a lot going on. Nails by Deborah Lynn. Oh my God. Hey guys, miss you, Chicago, miss you too. Oh my God. Where have you been? I ain't been gone that long. You've been gone, Deborah Lynn. See, Lauren says, you late, you late, you late, you late. I know. Stop. What happened to my Sims game? Okay. I thought about that too, because I said I was going to build a big salon that was a hot mess. So I did spend some nights trying to build out a salon, but believe it or not, there are no nail salons. And then I was finding custom content that had nail parts, but it was just a mess trying to put it together. So my friend's daughter is a pro. She is a real pro. That's what she likes to do, build houses. So I was just talking to her last week, I promise you. But she's graduating right now. And she's having a graduation party. But I told her, I said, I will pay you to put together a nail salon for me. She said, okay. So she built me one house and she did it nice. So I'm going to pay her to do it. And then I'm going to do it because I didn't forget about that, because I want to have, that's one of the things for this channel. I wanted to have like a reality show that runs once a week. And it's basically like a ratchet nail salon with a whole bunch of technicians and a whole bunch of clients and just running amok and me commentating on it. I thought that would be funny because I do watch a couple Sims channels like the City Girls Sims channel. And it's crazy because once you start watching the storyline, you listen to the girl talk over it. It's like, dang, you really watching like, dang, she should have said something to him. Oh, they're about to have a fight. You know, it's just crazy. So that's that. But then I gotta fix my game too, to be honest with you. Man to match, you want no truth. I got some content. I got some content on my Sims game that is nasty. And so I'm like, I didn't know it was this explicit. And so I don't know if I will be able to publish that content because it's some add-ons onto the game that's like real crazy. Like they might just bust out and start doing all type of stuff in the salon. So I gotta go comb through some of that content and remove it because I didn't know it was doing all that. If you know what I mean. And I just haven't had a chance to do it. It's crazy. You got to use that analogy. The foundation is the cake. Designs, the icing. Yeah. Nails be dry, flaky, lumpy, bumpy, but because it got that Louis Vuitton decal, it's flat. Exactly. Exactly. But designs on trash base looks trash. Look, some girls don't care. And my question is, if you want to target those girls, you can go ahead, but they are not that stable. I say that almost every video. Those girls, you got to catch them when they got a couple dollars. I don't even want them. I need people I know coming. I told you I can count on the back of my hand like how many people are not that stable, but most of my people, I can almost bring it down to like 48 to 72 hours. Such gonna book. Such gonna book. They just pop in my head. I'm like, it's time for such. It's time for such. And sure enough, that appointment comes through. So that is not those girls. That is not them. They will keep a set on till the wheels fall off. And you don't know because they might go hop in somebody else's chair because they saw another design. So if y'all want to chase them, that's a whole nother ball game, which I discussed earlier on how to try to compete with them. But me personally, I like knowing when people are coming. Yep. Lauren, yep. SheCago Licious. It's up there and I tried to build it and I did not forget. But what's going to happen is once I get everything set up, I'm going to have an office. So when you see me, you'll see the same background. I'll probably build some other greens because this is just green screen, right? This is not really real. You know that, right? So I'll have an office where I could just go walk in that room and sit and be on camera. And then I'll have my computer set up, my lights, everything will be permanent. See, the way I'm set up right now, anytime I want to come online, it takes me like 20 minutes because I'm literally sitting here in the same area where I do makeup and stuff. So I got to keep breaking it down, setting it up, breaking it down, setting it up. But I will have a more permanent space because all of my workspace will be totally separate. So that's going to make it way easier. Sadly enough, lumpy, bumpy nails that folks tolerated because of our swoop stones and dots, old school, yep, gave us a lot of the practice that we need to create a beautifully red polished set today. Exactly. And nobody wants to go through that though. Everybody want to get straight to designs, 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 designs. And back in the day, no, I ain't gonna lie though. I used to lay acrylic real smooth back in the day though. And I was one balling. When I was really, really, really on it, like right when I moved out of high school, I told you, one time I did like 5 sets of nails at one time. They was all together going on prom, and I laid everybody acrylic. I did. When I was in nails that deep, doing like 15 people a day, my acrylic was smooth. I didn't even have a drill. I just started using a drill in later years. So I was doing one ball method back then, one ball. I knew how much. Slap, grab that acrylic, lay it. I knew how to put my pressure. And I do like this with that brush because I'm releasing that liquid into that powder so it can flow up under there. And I pat, pat, pull, pat, pat, pull, pat, pat, pull. Knock that off. Pat, pat, liquid, smooth, smooth, smooth. Next nail. See what I'm saying? So I can't even lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was one ball and I was laying acrylic in one ball because I was knocking them out that fast. Um, yeah. But I get what you're saying. It's the same thing. The stones and all that stuff relates. It's like the same, but I don't know. I always really, really like to lay nice acrylic. I don't let people go out the door with lumpy acrylic ever, ever. That's just me. What do you think about doing nails in Florida? Can Georgia this time of year? I think Florida and Georgia should never be slow because you all have pretty decent nails and entertainment going on all year. You know, I have the design stuff, but hardly ever use the most of my sets and fills are just the polish. See, and I have a lot of stuff too, and I just ordered some more stuff. Now I will tell you what I did go ahead and order this week. It came in this week. I ordered a gel paint set because there's certain things I'm seeing like the swoop. I like that. How everybody is getting the swoop. You know what I'm talking about? Like they take 4 or 5 colors and they just swoop the gel. But if you do a regular polish, it's kind of watery. But with the gel polish, I ordered it. I like it, and I was actually practicing just to see how. I was just trying to see how opaque it was, and it came out pretty good. And that's some spider gel right there. I ordered some different color spider gel, so I was just practicing with some paints that I ordered just to see how rich they were, and they were good because I do designs now. Don't get it twisted. It's just that my clientele is more medium sets, and they're more like whatever with it. They don't have to have all that, you know. But I do designs, and I have people I do designs on every finger. But it's just it's more toned down. It don't they don't really get all excited by. They might say, "Oh, put the Louis Vuitton on one" or something like that. But you know, ooh wee, Lord have mercy. You said alpha, man. That is old school. I haven't heard that in like 20 years. Alpha 9. That's a liquid, right? That's a monomer, right? Alpha 9. That used to be my edge, right? Am I thinking about that wrong? Alpha 9 liquid. Because now I use Easy Flow. Alpha 9 mil. I think that's yeah. See, if you know about Alpha 9, then you really, really old school. Yeah. But it's a different beast out here. Like everything is that permanent, permanent stuff. So and I done had a couple, I've been talking to my clients about it, and they said, I don't want that stuff because I keep my sets on. So my whole clientele I have a fill-in clientele. The new nail techs, they don't have a fill-in clientele. So it's up to you what you want to do. Very nice. Yes. I'm liking the gel polishes too and the dip. Yep. And I got dip people too. But dip can be kind of weird because some people are too rough for dip. I don't know. And then dip too. I just noticed that with the dip, you end up buying all these different brands. and some are really good. It just, to me, it depends on how they formulated dip powder, because I find that some of them, to me, may have too much pigment in it, and that causes it to be not as strong. But then some is perfectly fine, but maybe it's just me. But to me, I do dip, but I find it to be not 100%. I feel like I can't rely on the consistency of it with the pigments. I don't know how much pigment is. I don't know. I do it. When filling in the cuticle area, do you have file in the wait? When filling in the cuticle area, do you have file in the crevice? Of course, without cutting. I find myself taking more time to make sure it's not touching the skin. I see some folks zip through it. Okay, so when I do a person's nails, there's certain things I'm going to always do if it's a full set or if it's a filling. It doesn't matter. It's just part of my pre-care routine. I'm always going to take my pusher and push back the cuticle, and then I have a cuticle bit. So I'm going to push back the cuticle, and then I'm going to take my cuticle bit and zzz, 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 zzz. And so in the crevices, the cuticle bit is going to get up in there. I just make sure I'm using the right consistency. I'm not consistent. I'm using the right pressure to get up any, you know, any debris or anything that's up in there. So the cuticle area is cleaned up and nice and round and everything before I start laying acrylic. And of course, I'm gonna wipe it down. I always wipe it down with some acetone and alcohol mix. So I don't necessarily go in and file it that way. So I'm gonna push it back. I'm gonna use the cuticle bit, and then I take my drill bit, which is usually a soft or medium, and then I'm gonna do my file. My last file is gonna be quick. See what I'm saying? It's usually like 5 to 6 times. So by the time I actually hit it with the bit, I've already pushed it back and hit the drill bit to it. So I don't spend that much time with the actual file on the nail. And I think that's the key to my acrylic lasting on people forever, because I do that pre-care. Yep, that was some 1990s acrylic downstairs at the plaza. Yep, what was her name? Was doing nails? Mickey. Was that Mickey doing nails down there in the plaza? They only let her do designs at one point, and I think they finally started letting her do acrylic. Okay, all right, you know. How do you feel about clients bringing pictures and want you to do the exactly what the picture is? I tell them it's never going to look exactly like. First of all, I tell people I always start out and I explain to them. I get people that get aggravated with this, but I'm still going to do it. I'm always do it, because most pictures online have a damn filter. We barely know how each other look in real life because everybody got such a filter on. I explain to them what they're seeing. What you're seeing is this. Understand that the contrast is probably moved up and down a little bit to make everything look a little more vivid. Keep that in mind. Okay, but I'm just saying I want this design here. I'm like, okay, I tell them what I can do, what I can't do, and it's never gonna look exactly the same. I never promise a person it's gonna look exactly the same. I said, keep in mind that we are all nail artists and everybody has different interpretation. But but if they say something like, oh, they showed me a set where it's like a French nail, but it's cheetah print French. Okay, I could do that. I was like, oh, okay, that's cheetah print French. All right, cool. And I just tell them it's gonna cost this much. All right, cool. Okay, what colors you want? Okay, you want it white? Do you want gold in the middle? So something like that, I'll do it. A lot of stuff I can't duplicate, but I do tell people too, like, if your fingers look like booty diggers, and this girl, what? If you got booty digger fingers and this girl got perfect hands for modeling nails, they're gonna still look a little different. Even if you get medium and she got medium. Like, you have different fingers than hers. Your fingers are like and her fingers are like this. So it's two different things. I'm just saying. I think I need to eat some food. Be professional, SheCago. SheCago, I got a question. I love feet. I want to be a pedicure specialist, already licensed. Where can I go get more specialized education? I think they have an academy online where you can become like a med. You should put in pedicure med spa specialist or something. Just Google it. And I think they have some classes and things that you could take online for certification. But I'm going to tell you something, like, just really get into people's feet. One thing you could do is, and I said that's going to be one of the videos I might put out, how to really give the ultimate pedicure. But, start pulling out that drill, that drill. And they have different bits and stuff for the feet. So just find ways to specialize and find ways to expand you have your base service and find ways to upgrade it. So that makes you a pedicure specialist because you have different levels of pedicures. Back scratches. I haven't heard that in a long time. It was mad as hell when color dip took off. Yup, because dip been around forever. Back scratches did it. We use that for nail repairs and stuff. You said after the acrylic is laid. Oh. After the acrylic is laid, my acrylic is, the consistency and how I work with it has flowed. And I let me go back and read what you said. When filing the cuticle area, do you have the file in the crevice? Of course, without not cutting. I found myself taking more time to make sure it's not touching the skin. I see some folks zip through it. Y'all zip through it. And the reason why is, let's see if I can explain it. The reason why is because the way that the acrylic, I have it when I'm laying that ball up by the cuticle, I'm always doing like this because I'm trying to release liquid out of the brush to mix in with the acrylic so it can let some kind of flow back. So by the time I come back with my drill, I'm just really hitting it. But see, that's where all that concentration comes in, because first off, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I don't use metal bits. That's just me. I'm not against anybody who does. I just don't. I use sanding bits throughout that's the only bit I use. My cuticle bit and my sanding bit. And I use a medium or a fine, believe it or not. So I do have coarse too, but I rarely use coarse. I only use coarse if I'm trying to fix somebody's acrylic that got on some darn MMA, and I'm trying to, like the one I told you I had to do the other day, I had to pull out the coarse bit. But other than that, I'm using a medium or a soft. So I don't know. I just hold that drill at the right angle. So when I'm always going to start holding it like this, and I'm a lefty and I hold stuff awkward. So I'm always going to hit it. I'm not trying to, my eyes are not focused on the cuticle. My eyes are focused on something else. I'm trying to see if I can draw it. Let me see something. Hold on. I got my dry erase board. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so let me see if I can draw this. I knew this would come in handy. Is that permanent marker? Oh, okay. Did y'all see that comment when I talked about let's open a $20,000 salon? Somebody came under there and told y'all that I was the craziest person alive. And he called me crazy. This woman is absolutely insane. Now her man, if you think you could open a salon with 20,000. And he made me so mad I called him a dummy. And then I came back like an hour later and I erased it. I just erased the dummy part because I said you obviously didn't watch the video, because that was the whole point, that you can't really open a decent salon with 20,000 and nowhere near 20,000. Anyway, why did I say that? Because that was the writing on here was from that video. So let me show you. Let me see if I can try to explain. When I'm laying that drill down, I'm not focused on the cuticle. So let me try to draw. Let's see. How can I draw that? I'm trying to visualize. Hold on. I'm looking off because this is the artist in me. Okay. So the acrylic. This is the nail. So this is the nail, right? So you lay the acrylic. So when I'm hitting the drill, like when you lay the acrylic, there's a little bump that's like this close. This is how close it is. This is how close that acrylic is. So if we were to hold this like this, there should be a little hump here. Ever so slight hump of acrylic. And so what I'm trying to do when I'm hitting it with the drill bit, I'm not even, my eyes don't even focus on the drill. I'm sorry, on the cuticle. My eyes focus on hitting the peak. That's the way to say it. My eyes focus on trying to hit the peak from right here, which is right there where the nail starts. I'm trying to make that bit hit right there on the peak of that little hump that you would see if we were holding this nail like this. It's ever so slight, but in my mind, that's what I'm trying to hit. And so that's why you're able to zip through it, because the key is not to necessarily even touch the cuticle. The key is to hit the hump, to knock the hump down so it's flush. So that's why you're going to hit it and go zzz, 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 like that. So I'm trying to hit the hump so it can flush down. I don't know if that makes sense. That's the best way I can explain it. And that's why I never cut anyone's cuticles ever. And I don't use metal bits. I don't I don't like them. And I feel like I probably would be cutting up people's cuticles. That's just me. I use the bits and I use a new one for every client. And yeah. I hope that explained it. Okay, so you said, oh, okay, so you're saying the prepping of the cuticles should take care of them. So where you really don't have to file too much in the crevice after the acrylic is laid. Yeah, all that should be cleaned up anyway. And when you are laying that acrylic down, you laying that ball of acrylic near the cuticle, whether you're doing one ball, two ball, three ball, whatever. When you laying that acrylic near the cuticle, I like to do like this a little bit, ever so slightly. You might not even see it with a naked eye, but I can see it. And I'm releasing liquid to kind of give a little more juice to the acrylic so some of it can flood down in there, if that makes sense. You laugh because I did like that, ain't you? You said it's only 41 hours left to finish nail school. I will be booking a 101 with you soon. All right now. All right now. Hey, you better catch me. You better catch me. You better catch me. I'm around. I'm still around. I'm around. I was here. I was just getting my thoughts together. And it's been a couple of times. I'm like, I should go live. And I'm like, dang, Sneaks, you got to set the lights up. You got to comb your hair. You got to put on some makeup. And I didn't do it. Sorry. I'll prep the cuticles, but I'll still find myself just being a little slow finishing the fill-in area after the acrylic is laid. I want to zip through that line. Yeah. So I'm focusing on trying to hit the top peak of where that acrylic is. And I'm going, zoop. But see, with the bit, especially if you use a medium bit, like the light gray one, you know what I'm talking about? You're not going to cut a person unless your pressure is off. I don't cut people's cuticles. If I cut a person's cuticles, that's because they got irritated cuticles already and they're just super fragile. But yeah, really that pressure is everything. And I am able to zip through that. And like I said, I really like laying my acrylic super smooth. So by the time it's late, I'm just zoop, 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 zoop. That's it. That's the most I'm gonna do after acrylic. That's how that's gonna go. The Meticulous Manicures has a program for extreme pedicures. There you go. There you go. Oh, the peak. That makes sense. Not necessarily the crevice. Right. You're just trying to level out the peak of where you see that acrylic, where you see it kind of settle. You should be able to see it. You have to train your eye to look at it. But that's what you should be trying to do. You should be trying to lay that drill bit on that peak to kind of make it flatten out. Bloop. Because what happens is once you do that, you still got to go back and do what? Hit it with the buffer. So once you hit it with the buffer is going to finish it. You see what I'm saying? That took it down, and the buffer is going to smooth it, and it should be butter from there. Because I feel like my cuticles should be more flush. I noticed that when I've had some folks come back for a fill, it was too much in the cuticle area. I'm surprised they didn't lift. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why that ball up there is so important. And when I lay it, if I'm rushing, I'm still gonna have to take my time. And if I'm laying that ball by the acrylic and the person is moving, I would tell them, don't move, don't move, don't move. I don't care if they're on the phone, they talking to me about something, all excited. I'm like, don't move, don't move, don't move. And they'll stop. I'm like, stop moving now. And if they keep moving, I'm like, look, your nails gonna lift. I tell them, like, I need to lay this perfect. It's so important that you have that correct powder liquid ratio by that cuticle so it can flood and do its thing, because it's gonna do its own thing. It's gonna have a little peak on it if you let it bake on there properly and set. You want it to be doing like this. And you're just trying to hit the peak with a drill and then buff it smooth. And it'll, I can't explain it. This is the artist in me trying to explain. Like, it's almost artistry, just understanding how your acrylic system works. You see, I'll cut someone if they move, even slightly. If they move it, it can happen. Yeah. See, and I use bits. It's harder to cut a person with a bit. I don't like using metal. Metal. I know people use the metal ones. I just don't. I just don't. Even when okay. So I'm not telling people not to. I just don't. It's just I don't use them. I don't really like them, and I feel like I would be slicing and dicing people up with them. And yeah, I just feel a bit more confident with the bits. So I think that's it. And I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Lord have mercy. And I'm hungry. I'm about to make some handmade ravioli. It's spinach and cheese ravioli with some chopped up chicken breasts, Mediterranean chicken breasts with some lemon fettuccine alfredo sauce mixed with a little bit of tomato basil sauce. So tomato basil sauce mixed with lemon alfredo with chicken and handmade ravioli. And then I have some garlic garlic bread balls. Don't that sound good? That's what I'm about to eat. Hmm. And I'm about to catch up on my show, Run the World. Have y'all watching that? Run the World. I think I got 2 episodes up there to watch, and I gotta watch 2 episodes of Pose. So by that time, it'll be after midnight, probably after 1. But that's it. That's all. Am I crazy? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I ain't as crazy as I should be right now. I should be crazy right now. I'm actually kind of mad because I'm too calm and too. I'm a little bit sleepy in the head right now. I think because of COVID. I got to get back into crazy mode real soon. But once I get settled in, I will go back into crazy mode and make my next dream and visions happen. And I'm keeping everybody else at bay. I let you can watch from afar if you want to. You will not. You can say whatever you want to say. You can watch. You can try to be nosy. You only gonna know what I want you to know anyway. And yeah, I'm gonna keep relying on God and keep being crazy. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, soccer mom, madam. Let me text my friend this because she loves stuff like this too. So I'm about to text her now, and then I will have it somewhere. Soccer mom, madam. Soccer. Wait. Soccer mom, madam on Lifetime. Yep. So that's my other passion too. Women getting with the best mate and stop letting these dudes play you. After watching the Foot Nanny, I think I want to specialize in pedicures. There's big money in that. She focuses on the therapeutic side of foot massage. Can I operate a successful business just doing feet? Do you know you could charge a dollar a minute just massaging feet? Don't forget about the foot detoxes. Don't forget about callus treatments. Don't forget about um shoot ingrown toenails. Like, you can't go that deep if you're not a podiatrist, but just like the actual pedicures and the different levels of treatment with pedicures. You still got paraffin, you still got steam treatments, you still got masks, you still got all type of exfoliations, you still got the butters and creams and elixirs and potions and stuff that you could sell just for the feet. Yes, you could definitely make over $100,000 a year just doing feet. My answers ain't gonna never change because it goes back to what I said before. What was it? $200 a day. $200 a day is 70,000 a year, right? So that's working 7 days a week, though. I will say that. So even if you said 250 a day, 250 a day is 70,000 a year. Is that enough to start? You can easily make 250 a day doing feet. A person who really is into their foot care, and you can get a lot of men too. Let's not forget sports pedicures, athletic pedicures, people who are females who you have ballet dancers, you have people who stand on their feet all day doing many different things. You get to those people. Once you get to those people, they will start telling other people, and you'll consistently have that money. So of course you can. Yeah. You can make any good money in this industry just as long as you brand yourself as that and people know you for that. But I think that we kind of don't stay focused enough to make sure that people know us for something. We don't build out our specialty. You just got to build out your specialty, and once you're known, you're known. Um, I was watching the story of Versace the other day. It was very good, but I was really watching the story of Halston. I watched the story of the designer Halston on Netflix and Versace, and it was really they were both really good. And I think it was Halston that became known for hats. It was really just like creating a hat. And I think he created a hat for Jackie O or whatever, and that's how he got on or whatever. But just creating his carving out his own space is what really got him in the beauty industry. In this saturated industry, you have to carve out your own space. If you see something you want to do, get crazy with it. Get crazy with it. And don't even tell people because people always throw their insecurities on you. Just do it and stick with it. And if it don't, it's not gonna come overnight. But once it comes, it's there. You do the work one time, it's done. Yeah. And charge more for men and they'll pay it. I told you all in the last video about that guy who got the callus buster. He was the reason why I created the callus buster. He was a plumber and his feet and his hands were so waterlogged because I saw he was in water all day and all this. I don't know what the hell he was doing exactly, but his feet and hands were terrible to the point where he let it go so far that they were waterlogged. And so basically that became an ongoing project for me because I had to give him a prescription on what we need to do. We need to get this in order. We need to start out by doing this every 2 weeks. And then over time, maybe you'll be able to come once a month. But for right now, I need you to buy this cream. I need you to buy this scrub. I need you to come to me every 2 weeks. See what I'm saying? It was a verbal contract. Okay. Because boy, that last time you did me, I slept so good. My feet ain't felt that good. When I walked up out of here, I felt like I was floating on clouds. I tell you. My plumber never came in and said, Tanisha, can you give me some designs? Yeah. And he would tip me great. So yeah, you could do it. All y'all know y'all can do everything you want to do. It's just you got to get in your mind. You got to get like into crazy mode, focus, tunnel vision, block everybody out, let people go if you got to mode to make it happen. That's it. You can watch these videos and all of that, but you just got to shut everything down. Just like with me going to the gym. If I don't want to go, I don't want to work out, I'm like, I will talk myself right out of going to the gym super easy. But what I did do the other day was I wouldn't have went as much as I wanted to, but I said, you know what? You got a whole stair stepper in there. You got weights and kettlebells. I made myself. I said, you can't even think about it. You just got to, after this commercial go off, get your ass up and go. And I just got up and I started working out right in my house. And I got in a good sweat. I'm talking like clothes drenched sweat right in my house. I had to get crazy and just motivated and just do it. I couldn't even talk about it or think about it anymore. I just said, just get up and do it. Sometimes it's like, it's up to you. It's really up to you. It's so up to you. So that's it. That's all. I think I have talked you all like to death for real. But I appreciate you all logging in. Tell a friend. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video is coming. I want to get back to my case studies. I got to think of the next one. So I'll be catching you all soon. Thank you so much. Ciao. Bye.